Today's lesson is going to be percent equations. Like before, fill in your blanks and do the problems. So, percent equations. This is are things that we can use to help with percent problems. And the formula for percent equations is A is equal to P times W, where A is the part, P is the percent, and W is the whole. So it works out that this is another method or to solving percent problems without actually writing a proportion. Again, it's the part is equal to the percent times the whole. All right, so if we have a proportion, of course, we have the part over the whole is equal to the percent over 100. We've learned this before as is over of is equal to percent over 100. Now the percent equation uses those same parts or pieces. We have the part is equal to our percent times the whole. Now the key thing about this method is that that percent is going to be done as a fraction over 100, or you're going to convert the percent into a decimal. So again, the percent is written as a fraction over 100, or you convert it to a decimal. So here's our first example. What number is 24% of 50? Now, I have my proportion here using the old is over of is equal to percent over 100. And if I want to solve this and get x by itself, what I've got to do is multiply both sides by 50. That will get my x by itself. So 50 over 50, okay, gives me 1. That's how I get my x alone. But if I multiply this side by 50, I have now the exact formula for a percent equation. X is equal to 24% times 50, or my part times is equal to my percent times my whole. So this is why we can use this situation in this sentence format or this equation, because it's just an algebraic manipulation of a proportion. Now to do these is quite quick and easy. The sentence tells us exactly what the parts are. So what number, that's my part, is, that's my equal sign. Just substitute is for the equal sign. Of course, my percent is pretty straightforward. That's the percent. Of is going to be turned into a multiplication symbol, and 250 is my whole number. So the part equals percent times the whole. And I punch that in the calculator and get my 180. Of course, in this situation, you can see I've converted this percent into a decimal. All I did was 72 divided by 100, because that's what percent means, per 100. And so my unknown number is 180. So 180 is 72% of 250. All right. So here again, same thing. What number, that's my part, is, that's the equal sign, 136%. Oh, but Mr. Harrington, we can't have more than 100%. Yes, you can. This just means that the number is more than what we need. So again, 136 per 100. So 136 per 100 is a fraction, times 124, change the of to times, and that last number becomes my whole, is my whole. Put this in the calculator. 136 divided by 100, you get 1.36. Or if you've got one of those fancies that have the parentheses, you can put it in exactly like this. Parenthesis 136 divide by 100 parentheses times 124, and you're going to get this same answer. Just keep in mind, the percent means percent divided by 100. All right. Now, we can also go backwards. We can go the other direction. If we're given our percent equation, we can solve this by going the other way. So we know that this is the part. We know that it's unknown because of the x. So what number, my equal sign is going to be the word is, 0.025. We multiply by 100 to get our percent. So 2.5%. The multiply is of, and then the whole number is 75. So we just went backwards. What number is 2.5% of 75? Again, to get the percent, multiply the decimal by 100, and that's how that comes. All right. So here we have some work for you to do. This is your turn. I want you to write the sentence that goes with this. I gave you a little bit of time. Let's see. Did you say something to me? Okay, you should have enough time for that. So quite simply, what number, the equal sign is 0.52, that's my percent, so multiply by 100, 52%, the multiplication of 335. So what number is 52% of 335? All right, next one. You do it this one. I'll give you a little bit more little time. It shouldn't take you too long. Let's see. Oh. Do 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 do. All right, you should be done. What number is 18 over 100? That's another way of writing 18%, because percent means per 100 of 40. So what number is 18% of 40? All right, you can use the same method if we're missing the percent or if we're missing the whole. Just to find the answer, you just have to apply the algebra rules. But for right now, all we're worried about is writing our equation or writing our sentence. We're not going to worry about solving for the unknown at this moment. I just want you to get used to going from the sentence to the equation and the equation to the sentence. So 45 is what percent of 60? We're just going to put that exactly like it is written. 45 is, that's my equals, what percent? So I know percent means over 100 or out of 100. We don't know what that is. So x over 100 times 60. So 45 is what percent of 60? All right, 63 is 12% of what number? Okay, I'm just going to write it as it is. 63 becomes the equals 12%. We can leave it as 12 over 100 or put it as a decimal point, 0.12 times what number? We don't know that number, so that's how we know that that last value is an x. So we just write it as we see it. All right. So going from the equation to the sentence is the same thing. We're just going backwards. So 66 The equal sign is my is. I don't know the value, but it's over 100. It's a fraction, so it's got to be my percent. So what percent? Multiplication symbol becomes the of, and then my last number. We'll just write it. Write it as it reads. 66 is what percent of 43? And the last one. Should I make you do this one? I think I will. All right. Give you a little bit of time so you can figure this one out. If it shouldn't take you any more than a couple more nanos. Oh, yep, you should be done by now. All righty. Write it as you read it. 190 is 88%. So that's 88 over 100. That's my percent, 88% of what number? All right. Not too bad, is it? So the next thing we're going to do is absolutely nothing. You're done with your notes. There's nothing for you to have to copy other than the notes. Yes, you're going to turn them in. Yes, it's going to be a grade because I want to make sure you're doing these notes because you need them. You need to go back and use your notes. So until later, I will see you online.